Alrighty, welcome to my presentation. So, based on what we have done on this assignment, this is my typology. I have my two distribution switches, named Engineering and Test and Business HQ, depending on which one it is. I've got my two my edge switches and my data centers on each, and my right edge switches. I have some interfaces to make sure everything's working, as well as my two routers. Now, after that, I decided to configure. I had to configure. What is that? I would say 10 VLANs-ish. So as you can see on this sheet here, that I have configured VLAN 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. Few of them won't have IP addresses because they are not required on that device. And on this one, when it stays up, which it doesn't always like to, so I end up having to do something like this to show the entirety of it. It has the rest of the IPs on it. So after setting those VLANs up, I was now able to get working on the spanning tree protocol, which was basically setting the two distribution switches as their routes. So I set this one to be the route for VLAN 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9, as well as setting for this one, I set it for the ones that I didn't set on here, which would be 5, 10, and 11, and 3. Which is actually, no, and the 3 wasn't that one, 3 was on this one. After setting the route bridges, where it was making sure that those ones are the routes, I had to do channel bonding, which is where I took two of the ports that are connected to two other ports on a different device, and I configured them to both be considered the same port. So now it's only one port going back and forth sending data instead of two, although it's actually two sending data considered as one. After that, I was set to do inter-VLAN routing, which is where I had to configure OSPF, to show that I have done that. Do show IP route. Oh, sorry, I don't need to do there. Show IP route. I have both. I have all my VLAN subnet, my VLAN set up to correctly connect towards each other, and as you can see here, they are configured via OSPF. Now, after that, I was meant to do internet routing. The internet routing was very similar. I just did what I did on these routers and set it on a new area and allowed it to route between the two areas. That is my video, and hope you enjoyed.